if you are ready to feel and to actually be successful in your biggest health goals, I am so excited to share this episode with you. I recorded this episode in a time, in a season where I was feeling very saucy. Is that okay to say? Just very I just need to be direct and just say how I feel about multiple areas in my life. And I was just thinking more about the women that I serve, my upcoming boot camp, my one-on-one clients. And I just said, you know what? I think it's this characteristic, this core thing that the women that say yes to working with me, the women that say yes to transforming their relationship with food, their bodies, themselves, their health, this is what they have, and this is what they're exercising, and this is what, even when things get scary, they're choosing to put on. And so I'm really excited for you to listen to this episode. But I want to even invite you to my 6-week boot camp where we're going to dive deeper into this strength and this trait and really helping you lay the foundation with your beliefs and your mindset around food, your body, and yourself so that you can have that lifelong success. And I'll talk to you more about the boot camp at the end of the episode. But I just wanted to mention that it is open for enrollment now, and early bird is available to the end of Friday. You get to save $100. You get a bonus 30-minute session with me. And it is just going to be a powerful space for you to receive transformation in what you believe, think, feel, say, and how you act towards the various areas of your health and yourself. Okay, so tune on into this episode. Sign up for the boot camp waitlist. So actually at this point, the enrollment's probably open, right? So just read more about the boot camp and either sign up or book a call with me actually, so we can talk about if it's a great fit for you, and find a time on my calendar this week so you can get that early bird discount. But even if you don't, talk with me this week, or if you want to and you can't find a space, message me. Enrollment does close October 1st because we start October 4th. So make sure you book a call so we can chat more about it. All right, that's it. Enjoy the episode and I'll see you at the end. You're listening to the More Than Your Weight podcast, and I am Brianna Wilkerson, your host. You know, over half my life, I really struggled with my relationship with food, my body, and myself. I was constantly finding my worth in my weight, in what I did, in how I looked, and how other people saw me. And healthy living was just about getting that affirmation. But when I started to see that my worth and my health was so much more than my weight, I found breakthrough. Yes, my body got to a weight that it really thrived at, but more so than that, I loved myself. I took care of myself and I cared for my body in the way that it needed. And I am on a mission to help other women do the same. And so through this podcast, my programs, my group, I really am on a mission to help other women find peace with food, feel confident in their bodies again, and develop healthy habits and a lifestyle that's so much more than about their weight. So I'm so excited to journey with you on this podcast where you'll find solo episodes, guest interviews, and an occasional essential oil episode from time to time. But before you leave, I want you to do a couple things. Make sure you join my Facebook group, More Than Your Weight Women's Community, where you can unpack these episodes, get weekly trainings, monthly challenges, and a lot of support. But also be sure to hit subscribe and rate and review this podcast, because guess what? I want to make sure this podcast pops in your inbox every single week. But then if you are on Instagram, make sure you follow me there because I show a little bit behind the scenes of my business and my own health journey. So I'm so excited that you're here. Can't wait for you to listen to this new episode. But also, again, just know that you are so much more than your weight. Your health and your worth is so much more than your weight. All right, enjoy the episode, and I hope to talk to you soon. Hey friends, welcome back to another episode. And I am just going to tell you this episode is a little different. It's not necessarily a training with tons of tips. It's not something that that you're going to maybe walk away with a lot of notes, but I just wanted to have a real authentic conversation. Well, I guess discussion from my side with you around what it really takes to be successful when it comes to your health, what it really takes to be successful in your breaking through emotional eating or finding food freedom or feeling confident in your body or reaching those health goals. Because I think there are so many tips I can offer you. There's so many things you read. Try this, try this, try this, try this. But really, there's two things that it really takes to be successful at anything, but also particularly when it comes to your health, and especially if you have struggled for years for decades, even for some of you. And it takes courage, and it takes the willingness to persevere. Now, courage is not, okay, like I'm just naturally courageous or I'm naturally a risk taker. No, courage is feeling fear, hesitation, wondering if something will work out and deciding to do it anyway because it's best for you. And then while you're doing it, it may not be turning out as quickly as you want or the exact results in the time you want, but you're willing to persevere because you believe in that thing and yourself so much that you're willing to be courageous and persevere. Listen, in my own health journey, my own struggles with food, the women I have worked with, these two elements is what has gotten me through and them through. It was them being courageous to say, okay, Brianna, like I have tried every single diet. I have done all of this, but I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to believe it. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to risk. And I'm going to be courageous enough to trust myself again, to run, to you for support when I don't know what to do or know what to do, but I'm not doing it. And be courageous and believe in myself enough that no matter what, I will figure this out and I will persevere. And, I've done a lot of solo episodes this last season around kind of like these, I guess they were kind of pep talks when you know what to do, but you don't do it, when how to trust yourself again. And I've brought in different experts around different topics and that have given you practical tools and all that. But we just have to be very honest that you can learn all of this stuff. But if you're not courageous enough to try one of it, like what is the point of learning? Now, maybe for you, there's something you've learned on this podcast or something that you've been wanting to try or a step that you've been wanting to take in your health, but you're just fearful. You're fearful that, as you start doing it, maybe you'll lose weight, but you'll gain it back. You're fearful of, signing up for a program or trying a new thing and then actually not investing the amount of time or effort that you need in it. Or you're scared you'll be going for a little while. You'll be motivated for a while and then you'll stop, right? And then you'll act and you'll say, okay, of course. And let me tell you, that posture, that mindset is not going to help you be successful when it comes to whatever your health goal is, whether it's food peace, whether it's body confidence, whether it's losing or maintaining weight, whether it's managing your stress. And I just need to say to you, honestly, what courageous act do you need to do today, this week, this month, to show yourself that no matter how scary something is, no matter how discouraged you may feel, you and your health are worth it. Whether that's you haven't been exercising for a long time and if the thought of going outside to walk or the thought of going to a gym, it just feels scary. What will people think? Will I be able to, handle the amount of things that I used to do? All those questions, like those fears. And those fears are valid. I'm not saying it's wrong to feel fear. I think it's important to work through your fear, but we cannot let our fears hold us back. Fear is actually false evidence appearing real. Fear is something that has not yet happened that we are bringing into existence. Or maybe it's, something has happened and you're scared of it happening again. But anyone who's been successful in most of anything in their life, but in particular their health, has felt fear and chosen to do it anyway. And that is courage. So my friend, what is one courageous act that you need to do today, this week, this month in your health? What is it? Hopefully, you know the answer to that question, and hopefully it scares you a bit, but then that's it. You got to do it. Or maybe you don't know the answer to that question, and maybe you need to take some time to think about it. Like, what's one courageous act that I need to do in my health today, this week, this month, this year? And what support do I need in that courageous act? And what resources do I need in that courageous act? And go and find it. Be unafraid of asking and investing in help. Be unafraid to go buy that book or get that resource or hire that coach, whatever it is. Like, what courageous act do you need to do today, this week, this month to show yourself that your health and your life is a priority? And then what support do you need along the way to help you live out and continue to do that courageous act, to help you persevere? Because I'm telling you, as you act courageously, it's risky. It's not going to go as planned even, but having help or support to help you persevere can be the thing that you need the most. And listen, for me, that is what helped me in my own health journey and my battles with emotional eating, my battles with poor body confidence, my battles with my weight. Even though it was hard, and even though I cried many nights, and even though I wondered, okay, like what is this? What do I need to do? Or why do I know what to do, but I'm not doing it? And all these sort of things. There was a part of me that was just told myself, like, you got to keep trying. You're not someone who quits. You're courageous. Just keep trying, even if it's scary. Keep persevering, even if it's scary. So you may even be listening and you're not struggling with your weight. You're not struggling with food. You're not struggling, but there's probably some part of your life or health that you are needing to be a little bit more courageous in. Maybe you've been wanting to do an elimination diet, and that seems scary, but you're really wanting to see how certain foods impact you. If something is causing you irritation, what support do you need to go do it and do it well? Maybe it's like you want to train for this half marathon, or maybe you just want to start walking again, or I don't know, like the options are endless. And I don't want to put ones in your head, but I just really want you to take a moment today and ask yourself, what courageous act do I need to do in my health so that I can pursue and have the health and body and life that I've been longing for? And then what support do I need along the way so that I can persevere? Because I promise you, when you are courageous in anything in your life, you won't regret it. And that's something that I've tried to live my life by, is that I don't want to live with any more regrets. I don't want to not have taken action because of fear and wondered what if the whole time. And every time that I've taken that courageous action, even starting my business 5.5 years ago, and even every single day since, I never wonder, my goodness, why didn't I do that? Most of the time it's like, man, Brian, you did too much. But I just think courage can take us a long way and takes us towards the life and health we want. So I'm going to wrap up, and I'm just, again, going to really encourage you to process that question, and feel free to share with me on Instagram, in my Facebook group, email, wherever you can get in contact with me, and let me know what your courageous act that you're going to do in your health today, this week, this month, whichever, or all three. You could answer all three. And then what support do you need? And really take some time to reflect on that, because I don't want you to be someone who just listens to advice and tips. I want you to be someone who takes action, even when it's scary. All right. And if getting support and taking action is something that you are ready for from me, I would love to support you. Or maybe you're curious about what that really is like. I have one-on-one programs. I do have a group program that is open that starts in October. And so that may be a good fit, but maybe one-on-one is a better fit. So that's why I don't want to say pick one. I want to say hop on the phone with me, a free complimentary clarity call, and we can talk about what is the best step for you forward. Maybe it's the More Than Your Weight 6-week boot camp. Maybe it's the More Than Your Weight 6-month mentorship. Same wing, right? Or maybe it's my food freedom intensive. We don't know yet, right? But I think for you, the courageous act may be actually booking a clarity call with me, booking that complimentary clarity call to just say, hey, Branda, this is where I'm at. This is where I want to be. And even this act of booking a call is courageous, and I'm going to celebrate you. And even if you leave that call and say, I actually don't think coaching is for me now, that's okay. You took the courageous act of booking the call. That's something worth celebrating. So book a clarity call with me. Again, I do have a group program coming up, but one-on-one may be a better fit. So really book that call, and I would love to even just help you think through, is my coaching program really a great fit for you, to help you get the support you need to persevere and to continue to take courageous acts over time, because it's a journey. It's not linear. It's up and down. And I think having support as you go on that up and down journey is going to be so fundamental to your lifelong success in your health. So let me know, what courageous act do you need to do today, this month, this week, to really have that success in your health you've been longing for? And then what support do you need? And if you're curious about how I can help you with both of those things, book a clarity call. This is a complimentary clarity call where we can just chat through whether I'm a good fit for you. So again, this was just a little pep talk that came out of just out of me just responding to something I was feeling within myself and being courageous in a different act of my life, but particularly as I reflect and, talk with more women, serve more clients. I think courage is one of the main things, and willingness to persevere that they have, those characteristics that they've learned to take on, that has really brought them the success they're longing for. All right. And so, I have so many clients I could talk to, so many testimonials. You can always just go check out my website. I think it's madewell345.com/praise. I'll try to link it in here. But every single one of them I've helped men too, but hundreds of women throughout the last 5.5 years in my paid coaching work. And obviously tons more in the free stuff that I offer. But each one of them, whether it was wanting to lose weight, whether it was trying to beat cravings, whether it was dealing with emotional eating, whether it was learning to love their body again, whether it was developing healthy habits around meal planning and exercise and food and stress, all of them had courage. Even the act of signing up for the program itself was courageous, but they were courageous each and every single day and had the willingness to persevere to create a sustainable health plan and success for themselves. And I believe you have that in you. Maybe you just need to actualize it and catalyze it once again. All right. Grateful for you all. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the More Than Your Weight podcast. Thank you for listening through this kind of encouraging, but very kind of challenging episode as well. Feel free to share your answers to me about that courageous question in my Facebook group, More Than Your Weight Women's Community, on Instagram at madewell345. Email me back. But I really want to hear from you, and I really want to see you taking those courageous actions. All right. Grateful for you all. I'll see you on the next episode. Woohoo! Do you feel ready? Do you feel courageous yet? Oh man, I recorded this episode in a season where I was like, I need to be courageous. I need to realize that if I want change or transformation in these areas of my life, I need to, despite fear, pursue those areas anyways. And so I hope that my heart from this episode is that you will leave knowing that, fear is something that we all have. It's something that we face. But true courage is to feel that fear and do it anyway. And so if you are ready to really address maybe that fear, but to really get that health, get that body, get that freedom around food, get that freedom around the scale, just all the freedom and victory in your health that you've been longing for, I want to invite you to book a call to see if my Food Freedom Bootcamp is for you. It is going to be a 6-week transformational space that through videos, through weekly group coaching calls, through the private Facebook group and more, and tons of different bonuses, you are going to get a space to really unpack what you truly believe and shift that thinking to what you know to be true and what you want to be true in your health, in your relationship with food, in your relationship with your body. And let me tell you, when you do this deeper foundational work, you are going to experience breakthrough. You're going to experience change. You're going to experience transformation like you never had before. And so I would love to support you in this 6-week group boot camp. Early bird ends this Friday. You save $100 plus get a one-on-one bonus session with me. And you just get a space to not do this journey alone. Get a space to be courageous every week and therefore after, and really get that transformation and change you've been longing for. So book a call this week. On my calendar, I've opened up extra spaces. If you can't find a time, please email me or message me on Instagram or Facebook, madewellky@gmail.com, because I would love for you to get this early bird discount and bonus session if this is something you want to do. But enrollment does close October 1st. So even if you're listening to this a little bit later, definitely tune on in and book that call, because I really have limited spots, but I really want the right women who are ready to be courageous and to be supported as they're courageous, to find that food freedom, to find that body freedom, and to find that healthy lifestyle that's more than just about their weight. All right. So go to madewell345.com/clarity or go to the show notes, book a call, and we can talk all about this. All right. See you on the next episode and hope to talk to you soon. That's a wrap. That's another episode of the More Than Your Weight podcast. I hope you're leaving encouraged and inspired and empowered to go out there and know that your health and your worth is so much more than your weight. So before you go, again, do a couple things. Make sure you join my Facebook group, the More Than Your Weight Women's Community, where there are daily posts, weekly trainings, and just a lot of support to unpack these episodes as well as get support in your More Than Your Weight journey. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram, where I show my behind the scenes of my own health, but also just how I care for others along the way. And then make sure you subscribe and rate and review this podcast, because more women will see that, but also you'll get new episodes every single week. All right, I'll see you on the next episode and can't wait to support you more.